The Notebook. Nicholas Sparks, born in 1965 in Nebraska, USA, is a best-selling author known for his deeply emotional love stories that have touched readers worldwide. His novels are famous for their themes of destined love, sacrifice, separation, and the intertwining of bittersweet tragedy and heartwarming happy endings. His writing is distinguished by its warm yet realistic portrayal of emotions. Some of his most renowned works include The Notebook, A Walk to Remember, Dear John, and The Last Song, many of which have been adapted into beloved films. Among them, The Notebook is the novel that established him as a global best-selling author. This poignant story of first love and fate captivated readers and was adapted into a popular film in 2004. Drawing inspiration from his experiences and the lives of those around him, Sparks crafts realistic and moving narratives. His novels remind readers of the timeless nature of love and the preciousness of life. In a quiet nursing home room, the leaves outside rustled gently in the breeze. An elderly man took out a small notebook. His hair was streaked with gray, and his hands bore the marks of time. Across from him sat an elderly woman. "Are you going to tell me a story again today?" she asked softly. "Of course, I must tell you today's story," the man replied, opening the notebook. His eyes were filled with distant memories, and in a calm voice, he began to read. The story unfolds in the 1940s in the small, rural town of New Bern, North Carolina. Noah Calhoun, a young and humble carpenter, lived there. Though an ordinary man, he had a deep love for nature, poetry, and a sensitive soul. One summer, he met Allie Hamilton, a girl visiting the town on vacation. She came from a wealthy family, the complete opposite of Noah in terms of social status. Yet, the two were irresistibly drawn to each other. And by the end of the summer, they were inseparable. "I can do anything with you, Allie. I'll give you the life you want," Noah promised. Allie was captivated by Noah's free spirit and pure love. They spent their days rowing on the river, singing, and gazing at the star-filled sky, dreaming of their future together. "Do you think we'll always be together?" Allie asked. Noah smiled and answered, "Of course, Allie, we will be forever." But their love was not meant to last. Allie's parents disapproved of Noah, believing he was not suitable for their daughter. Due to his lack of wealth, they forcibly separated the couple, taking Allie away. As she left, she whispered, "Will we meet again?" Noah wrote to her every day for a year, sending 365 letters. But Allie never received a single one. Her mother had intercepted them all. Time passed. Noah enlisted in the war, while Allie moved on with her life, attending college and embracing a practical future. Someone new entered her life. After the war, Allie met Lon, a wealthy and gentlemanly lawyer who was devoted to her. He made her feel safe, and her parents approved of him, considering him the perfect match. One day, as her wedding approached, Allie was reading the newspaper when she froze in shock. In a small section of the paper was a photograph of Noah, standing in front of an old house he had restored into a beautiful mansion. Her heart pounded. Noah. At that moment, something deep within her reignited. Conflicted and unable to ignore her past, Allie decided to visit Noah. When she arrived, Noah was stunned. "Allie, it's been a long time, Noah." They walked through the house together. "You really finished this house," Allie said, remembering their promise from that summer, how they had dreamed of making it their home. That night, they talked for hours. "Why did you come back, Allie?" Noah asked. "I don't know. I just couldn't go through with my wedding without seeing you again." The next day, Noah took her out on a boat. As they drifted across the water, rain suddenly poured down. Soaked, Allie looked at him. "Why didn't you write to me?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I did, Allie. Every day, for a year. But you never replied." Tears welled up in Allie's eyes. "That's impossible." At that moment, she realized it had all been a terrible misunderstanding. Allie still loved Noah, and now, she couldn't bear to leave him again. But she had to make a choice. She returned to her parents in Lon, declaring, "I love Noah. I always have." Her mother sighed and said, "I once loved someone too, but I chose reality. Whatever you decide, make sure it's a choice you won't regret." And so, Allie went back to Noah. The elderly man closed the notebook. Across from him, the elderly woman sat quietly. "This story, is it about us?" she asked. Tears welled in his eyes. "Yes, Allie, it's our story." Her eyes wavered for a moment as she gazed at him. Then, suddenly, she smiled. "Noah." She remembered. Allie had Alzheimer's. There were times when she forgot Noah and their love. But every day, he read to her, helping her remember. That night, Noah and Allie held hands as they fell asleep together. The next morning, when the nurse entered their room, they were lying side by side, peaceful and still. They left together. Their love transcended time and lasted forever.